Shalom, welcome to Rob on the Rock. For this week's Torah portion is Hayyei Sarah, Genesis 23 and 25, and we're looking at a tiny fragment here from Cave 1 at Qumran that contains just a tiny little bit of it. And sadly, we don't have much. But let's read the passage here, Genesis 23, and I'll underline what we do have, and then we'll look at the Hebrew text. So we have field, which was in, so Ephron's field, which was in Machpelah, which faced Mamre, the field and the cave. So we're going to have that, field and the cave, which was in it, and all the trees which were in the field that were within all the confines of its border. So we're going to have this word saviv, we'll see, which is this word confines, were deeded over to Abraham. So we'll have that for a possession in the presence of the sons of Het, before all who went in at the gate of his city. After this, Abraham buried Sarah. So we're going to see Abraham buried Sarah, his wife, in the cave of the field at Machpelah, facing Mamre, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. So we're going to have facing Mamre. Well, mostly just facing. We'll go through now and we'll take a look. So that's our text from Genesis 23, 17 through 19. And this is all we have, this little bit of fragment. Now the end, this is a mem sophit here, which finishes the verb that this was deeded over to Abraham. But what was deeded over is, we see a nice shin here, but it's actually a sin, so it's an S sound, sedeh. This is going to be what we would write in block script as sin dalet hey. Sedeh Ephron. So Ephron is the name of the man who owned the field. Sedeh Ephron, like this, if we were to put our vowels on there. So that's the field of. Now, of course, this is broken. We don't have that there. And then we have another word, sedeh. Here we see the full dalet, like that, and the hey. Sedeh, here's a vav, veha, another hey, another beautiful mem. Ha, what is it? Ham me'era. Me'ara. Veha me'ara is the cave. So this is the field and the cave. Again, I'm adding this info that we speculate is there based on the Masoretic text. But what we have is and the, starts with an M. And this is probably the beginning of an I, the field and the cave. And then we have saviv. So we have a yod and a bet, which is the end of saviv, around. So that's the vicinity around. And then now we have a nice le'avraham. See, look at this nice big lamed, aleph. This one's unmistakable, bet, resh, hey, and then part of that nice big lovely mem sophit tradition that we're used to in this script. To Abraham. It was deeded over LaAvraham. And then as a possession, it goes on. And then we have the verb kuf bet resh here. He buried. Kuf bet resh. That's kavar. If we were to put vowels, it would just be kamatz patach. It's simple call. Kavar. And then we have aleph and a part of a bet. What is this? This is the name Avraham again. Kvar Avraham, that is Abraham buried. So again, we don't have all that. We just have the partial, but we know it's there. Avraham buried. And then the last little bit here is alpane. So we see an ayin, another beautiful lamed, and then a pei, a nun, and then a yod. So those are partial. But this is that alpane mamre, facing Mamre. So we're pretty confident, like all cylinders are pinging, that this is indeed these verses from Genesis 23. There's nothing here that disagrees with the Masoretic tradition. And it is also an opportunity to see some letters. So let's do that. So we'll go through the aleph bet here and let's see what we can find. Do we have an aleph? Yes, we do. We have an aleph right here for Avraham. We have another aleph for here, which is also for Avraham. So we can write that up and to the right here. It's something like this. Actually, I'm going to make it, it's a little more angled, isn't it? Something like that. There's our aleph. Well, if we have a bet too, because Avraham has a bet right there, and then we have a bet in kavar. So we have at least 2 bets. So like so and so. How about a gimel? We do not have a gimel here. Aleph bet gimel, what's the 4th letter? Dalet. Do we have a dalet? Oh yeah, we do. We have a partial dalet here for sadeh, and then we have a nice one right here, which is the word for field. So it's kind of a vertical line, and then it looks kind of like a number 4, which is funny because it's the 4th letter, isn't it? Dalet. Hay. Wow, we have several hays. We have a hay here. We have a hay here. Hay here. And I think that's it. So we have at least 3 hays. So we're going to do that here like that. Aleph bet, no gimel, dalet, hay, vav. We do have a vav right here. It looks just like a yod. Vav. That's where it says the field and the cave. So ve. Aleph bet, no gimel, dalet, hay, vav. Do we have a zayin? No. Do we have a chet? No. Do we have a tet? No. Do we have a yod? We do have a partial yod right here, and we have a yod here for saviv. So, so yeah, we do have a yod. Looks really close to the vav. Kaf. Do we have a letter kaf? No, we do not. Kaf lamed. Yes, we have 2 nice big lovely lameds like we've seen. We have this guy right here and this guy right here. So there's our, let me do that again. Something like that. Lamed. Do we have a mem? Yeah, we have a nice mem right there. And then we have partial of a mem sofit and the other part of a mem sofit. So putting those together, we know we have a mem like this, and then we have our nice mem sofit that we're used to, something like that. Mem nun, we do. We have a letter nun down here with panay, not a sofit, but it's just a nun. Lamed mem nun, samik, no. Ayin, yes, we have our ayin in al panay. There's our ayin. And then lamed mem nun, ayin pay. Yes, we have our pay right here. Pay. Maybe a little better than that. Something like that. Tzadi, no. Kuf, yes, we have the kuf for kavar right here. Was there another kuf? I think that was it. Right there. Resh, yes, we have a couple reshes. We have a resh in Avraham right here, and a resh in kavar. Yeah, do that again. Sheen, well, we have the scene. It's going to be just like the sheen. I think actually, if I'm being a little bit too hasty there, it's actually kind of like that, isn't it? And then a tav. Do we have a tav here? We do not. We do not have a letter tav. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 letters of the Hebrew alphabet attested here, and 1 sofit. So 15 of the forms. And I think this is a really lovely Hebrew script here. This is from Cave 1 at Qumran, a section that's just a small bit that survives from Genesis 23. It'd be nice to be able to read an entire Torah scroll written in this script, but sadly, we just don't have it. But I hope this has been fun and educational for you. All right, shalom.